You went from social worker to millionaire in a very short amount of time. How many years are we speaking?
From the point that I started my business to becoming a millionaire was like 1.5 years.
That is wild.
I know.
That is wild.
At the age of 28.
Why do you think you were able to do it so fast?
I was not scared to do the things that most people were scared to do.
Like what? Did you already know you will end up there?
Yes and no.
I want to understand your brain, because if there is a faster way, let's use the faster way.
That's the secret of being open and expecting the best and knowing that you deserve the best, but at the same time, you're not attached to that outcome in that amount of time.
So if we would have to create a bucket, a treasure box with the millionaire identity, what would you put into that?
I would put...
Elina, the last time when we sat together and created an episode, it went somewhat viral. First of all, your community is something else. But in the positive sense, like so many people shared the episode, but also so many people who have never heard about us shared the episode. The feedback was wow. And so I bring back Elina Miller on the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me again. And thank you for this beautiful introduction.
You deserve it. You deserve it. And we just recorded a 1-hour podcast in German. So let's see how this is going to switch to English. But the opening question for today comes from a dear friend of ours, Lucas. I asked him earlier before the episode started. I'm like, Lucas, give me an opening question. Give me something you want to know about Elina.
Oh.
Okay? Something you also want to learn from Elina. And he's like, I have one. I want to know how on earth did her nervous system handle so much money? Because you went from being a social worker to being a millionaire in, I would say, a short amount of time.
Yes.
Making what most people make in a year or in 10 years in a very short amount of time. And he was like, it must have been wow for your nervous system to realize that crazy identity shift. How did you deal with it? And how was that moment for you? Like the first time holding so much money?
That's a very interesting question. And I'm really happy that I get to answer it in a super chilled way. Like there was no big drama, no big boom. Like on one hand, this is what people always want to hear.
Yeah.
But it was really normal. It was more like, yeah, of course. Like, you know, like finally we're living in the timeline we're always meant to live in.
Okay.
There was no big bang or no scarcity or pushing it away or not being able to deal with it. It was really a feeling of, I was super chilled. I was calm. There was this feeling of course, I am meant for this. This belongs to me. And everything else I will figure out along the way. Like I was never scared of losing money. Yeah, so I was really calm.
Nice. Well, Lucas, there you have your answer. She was really calm.
So there's no really how did you do it, because the way I created it was not from the outside in, it was from inside out. So I never made it about the money. So it was always about the personal growth, about the business that is an extension of my soul, and about the fun. So I was never making money a big deal.
I love that. Because you also hear the stories from people, especially young people, who make a lot of money and then like can't handle it, get a lot of attention and fame and then can't handle it. I mean, there's countless examples
Yeah.
of people who are incredibly young, get the amount of money, get the fame, get the attention, and then like they break into pieces.
Yeah.
Or they spend it on questionable things, immediately spend all of the money they just made, which turns out to be easier than you think it is. But you just said you did it from the
Inside out.
inside out, meaning you were already embodying.
Yes. So I was already that person that can attract and hold it. And
How did you do that?
therefore-
How did you become that? Because before that, you were a social worker. We have a lot of similarities in our upbringings. Both of us, we didn't grow up with a lot of money. Our parents were immigrants. We had a rough childhood. I would say that's something we definitely share. Rough childhood, not a lot of money. How the heck do you shift your identity from that space?
How do you shift your identity from that space? I was focusing so much on what I want to create rather than what will I gain from that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really not focusing on the money. Like I think it's a really rare process that not many people have because they're all about the money. This is maybe the reason why they will never have it.
Micro
Because they make it so big and something outside of themselves. So I was not focusing on that process of becoming that person. I was having fun while I was building my business and I was taking people along on that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was focusing always on the next step. I was never making huge goals like I want to have this and then I want to have that.
Mm-hmm.
When I think back, like 4 years ago, I was just always focusing on the next thing. Okay, now I'm doing one-on-one coachings and then I did a mastermind and then I did a workshop and I was never having a plan.
Mm-hmm.
I was really just having fun and focusing on myself in terms of growth, not on me,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of growing into that person. But it was also kind of a byproduct. So yeah, it's really...
You didn't plan for it.
Yeah, I didn't plan for it. Yeah, I was not sitting there and meditating every morning on that person.
But did you already know you will end up there? Like if I would have Elina 2016 here.
Yes and no. It was kind of there in the field, but yeah, Elina 2016 was very small-minded. 2016, no, oh no, hell no, I don't want to go there. 2016 was, I was still a social worker, right?
100%. That's I don't.
10 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, 9 years ago.
I was studying social work because I thought that this is the only thing I can do with my life. Because I was not good in math. I was not super good in languages. So my mom said, you're not good in anything really, so go work with people. That's something you can do. So even if it was mean,
Yeah.
but she had a point.
Yeah.
She saw that, okay, she's good with people, and so I did that because actually I wanted to be a journalist, a travel journalist, like travel and then write articles or be on TV and try all the great foods and then give recommendations. That was one of my many dreams.
Interesting, because now you kind of do it.
Yeah.
You know, you travel, you have your own paid podcasts.
The how is not your business.
The house, not your business. Yeah, the details is not your business. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hope for people, I think, when they hear your story. And I was thinking about it before the episode. Like, why is it that they get so excited? I think it's because it was relatively quick, the whole story, the whole shift. That gives people hope that they can probably do it too, and it doesn't have to take 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
So you in the previous podcast you shared, you went from social worker to millionaire in a very short amount of time. How many years are we speaking? I know I have the same thing. Like I have a hard time remembering where I left my keys. Yeah. And then you asked for...
As I said, I never made it such a big deal, but I think it was like 1.5 or 2 years.
That is why.
So to be fair, social worker, and then I was traveling.
Yeah.
So from social worker to millionaire, it took longer because I was traveling for 1.5 years.
Yeah.
But from the point that I said, okay, I'm starting my own business.
Yeah.
From the point that I started my business to becoming a millionaire was like 1.5 years.
That is wild.
I know.
That is wild.
At the age of 28. Yeah.
That is incredibly insane. Obviously, my next question is, if someone is listening who says, I'm at that point and I would like to live a similar lifestyle, meaning, Elina, I'm following you, or Elina, this is the first time I'm seeing you. I see you in Bali. I see you travel first class. I see you have this adorable baby. What would I have to believe? What would my identity be like so that I end up living a similar lifestyle? I'm looking basically for your identity, your belief system, the way you think about business, because apparently it's very different from what most people teach. Perhaps also a lot of my own beliefs that might still be different, because I think one of the main beliefs was, and I understand why people say it takes time. Like, I get it why people say it, and it also takes time, like some things. Right? But you have a different approach. You had a different kind of thinking. So I want to see where's the gap. I want to look into I want to understand your brain, your belief systems. Because if there is a faster way, let's use the faster way, right?
Of course. I think the baseline for this is that I always assume it can be fast. That is what I assume. It can be overnight, it can be fast, it can be big, like I'm ready for it. But at the same time, I am willing to take time. I am willing to stay there even if it's not visible yet. Even if it's not growing like crazy yet. Like, it's a little bit like my field is open and ready, and at the same time, I don't care. Like, I will do it no matter what. I think that's the secret of being open and expecting the best and knowing that you deserve the best. But at the same time, you're not attached to that outcome in that amount of time. Like, you will do whatever it takes, as long as it takes. And that's kind of the foundation for it to be able to blow up. Do you understand what I
yes,
to say?
I'm getting there. So you expect the best.
But you are also willing to, even if it takes 20 years, it will take 20 years. It's fine. Like, you're not attaching to that best case scenario. Like, you just leave it free and open. Yeah.
You would be ready to do it until.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is the energy and the foundation that brings you to the fast track.
Why do you think you were able to do it so fast while it takes others 20, 30, 40 years?
I was not scared to do the things that most people were scared to do.
Like what?
Well, my first breakthrough
Yep.
came with my first workshop. And I did the things that no one dared to do. Like back then, everyone was, and still now, people are running after their clients. They're doing everything just so the clients come and stay, and they pamper them. And of course, you get this and you get that. And I had this download of, no, I want to make this workshop totally different. And I was a nobody back then. And I decided if
When you say nobody, you mean like you had...
I was very fresh in the industry.
Yeah.
I didn't had a big name. Like I was just one of many, let's say.
Yeah.
I maybe had 5,000 followers. I just started my business maybe 7, 8, 9 months ago, something like that. So like still under a year. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say like not many people knew that I exist. I didn't achieve anything of wow.
Yeah.
I had a good business, like it was running well, but yeah, not everyone knew who's Elina.
Mm-hmm.
I think that changed now.
A little bit.
A little bit. And I had this download that I will not allow people to turn off their camera during the Zoom call. So everyone has to show up as their best selves. There was a dress code. You had to show up as your highest self. And you have to put on your camera. If you turn it off, there will be like a guard and who will kick you out of the meeting, which was bad because there was no recording. You had to be there live, on point, showing up as your highest self. And if you turn off the camera, you get kicked out. And
no refund.
No refund, no recording. That was something really, really bold. That was a bold move. That was really unique. And in times when people were like begging for clients, I was like, no. There's no recording. You have to put on your camera. There, you will not get any refunds, and this will only be this day and this call, these 2 hours. Take it or leave it. And then the way I launched it was by raising the price, but not telling when I'm gonna raise the price. So I was telling people I will raise the price, but they didn't know when and how much. That was also something very unique back then. I think now many people doing it.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, 4 or 5 years ago, that was pretty unique.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I was not scared to lose people. And also that was not made by the mind. I received the strategy and the workshop from a higher consciousness. Like I was driving the car in this flow state. Maybe some people know this state when you run, when you drive the car.
Shower. I have it under the shower.
Shower. And then you just get these informations that you don't know where they're coming from. That's not something you have read before, seen before. They just feel like, in the spiritual scene, we call them downloads. It feels like they're just coming from the divine, from the source. And I was telling my partner back then, write down everything I'm saying now. And I was driving the car and telling him exactly what to write down. And I was downloading this strategy and how I want to have the strategy around the launch, around the workshop. And that was something really unique and really new. And so I got also a lot of attention through that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what I mean by, that was not my goal to hit, like with that workshop, I hit like 130K in like...
Wait, what?
In 2 hours. It was a 2-hour workshop.
Yeah.
So
You made 130,000 euros in 2 hours with a workshop.
exactly. I mean,
How much was the workshop?
It was between 222 and 666.
Okay.
So depends on when you were booking. Some people got it for 222 and some
For 600.
paid 666.
Okay. And you have 5,000 followers.
Yeah. So, yeah, you had a question?
There's so many questions. Where on earth do you have this the guts to do that? I understand it, especially when I started. The longer I'm doing this, the more I'm also comfortable to actually not just please everybody and say like, hey, you have to have your camera on and be ready to talk. Otherwise,
Yeah.
don't be here.
Yeah.
Right? But where's that coming from?
Let me finish that one sentence.
Yeah.
Because it's important about the questions you asked me before. So I hit this huge amount of money that was also really new to me in that short amount of time and with a small product. I mean, it's different when you hit that amount of revenue or money when you launch a big program, right? Yeah. Or a mastermind or a retreat. But with a 2-hour online workshop, that was really unique. But that was never my goal. That is what I was saying in the beginning. Like I was not preparing for that. But the person I was like the identity of that person, the results are inevitable. Mm-hmm. So what is the identity of that person that has the guts to do these kind of moves? That's someone who trusts her intuition. That is someone who lets herself lead by something higher. That is how we can collapse time and bend reality. When we start creating not from the mind, but from the intuition and from the heart. Are you getting goosebumps?
My whole body is covered in goosebumps. Usually I just get them on my arms. This time I got them all over my legs.
So maybe to answer your question from the beginning is that I was downloading the next level Elina. And when you download that next level self, you're already there. Like you don't have to sit there and journal and meditate for the rest of your life until you're there. Why are you crying?
It's touching. I don't know. I don't do this. It just happens.
Yeah, so I wasn't focusing on that goal. It was a byproduct of the person that is listening to her intuition. Because these informations, I didn't know where they were coming from.
Yeah.
I never saw someone else doing it this way.
I can so relate.
And I decided to do it, and now comes the point, because you said, how did you not struggle? Like you were nobody. Where did you take the guts? And when you let God lead you and you let something higher serve through you, you become detached. So I was just a servant. And when you have this position, you're not attached to how people will perceive it. What will the outcome be? So you let something higher guide you. And if you let something higher guide you, you will get higher results.
Wow. I wish everybody could have felt the amount of goosebumps I felt.
I really hope I can just put it in somewhat understandable
words.
Sentences.
I think big time. Like a moment that came to my mind was I was in the gym lifting weights, and I had this intuition, this boom moment of, fuck, I need to quit my job. I need to go to Thailand. I don't know where it came from. I swear to God. I mean, I was reading the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. I told the story last time we were on the podcast. It just came from somewhere. I don't know, my heart, my intuition. I don't know. It just came, and I'm like, okay. And I had the guts to do it, and it led to the most amazing outcome.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it's coming from, but it is something that apparently for you and also for me, I think for a lot of other people, led to beautiful outcomes. Like following that intuition that sometimes just is like, really, you want me to do this? But then when we have the guts to do it, it leads to beautiful places. Do you think we all have that? And I'm trying to connect with the people listening to this, with me maybe 10 years ago, financially struggling, living from paycheck to paycheck. I'm picturing them listening to this podcast, watching this, watching you. Maybe even Elina from 2016. Is it possible for everybody?
Yes. Yes. It is.
Elaborate.
I mean, when we recorded the episode for my podcast earlier, we said in German that both of us are really idiots. Yes. And everyone that we know, and I know a lot of successful people by now. I think I know more successful people and millionaires than normal people. Like, how can I say that?
Yeah, I think we all get you.
Yeah. So, and they're idiots as well.
Yeah, we're all idiots. Yeah, in some ways.
Sometimes you even question how
on earth did you do that?
Exactly.
Yeah, when you meet very successful.
That is how I know. That's all I need to know. I know if I can do it. I used to say to my clients, if I can do it, you can do it in high heels and backwards. Do you know this trend of type A, type B girl, type this? I think there's like, I'm falling out of all these concepts. Like my type doesn't even exist. Like how do you describe the type that doesn't even know where the Amex pin is? How do you describe someone who, like, I don't even know where my birth certificate is? Like, so many things.
I was surprised about Elina's story. She doesn't have Apple Wallet. Like, she always puts her card in, confirms her PIN.
If I remember.
If she remembers the PIN, I was like, how on earth do you not have Apple Wallet? She's like, can we please install that? And that is the point. And I'm so happy that we are sharing this, because it makes people understand we are all, in German we have the saying, we just cook with water. Everybody is cooking with water. And you would be very, very surprised about those people you put on a pedestal that you think they are like, have this magic power. And then you see them, you meet them, you're like, wow.
There should be like a big brother for coaches or for the people who put on the pedestal.
Yeah. Not just coaches, like musicians, and they're good in one thing. But then in other areas, you're like, wow. And the same is true for me. You would be like, for me, I can't load a dishwasher. You would look like, I give my best, and you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? And actually,
loading a dishwasher and like, that's not a money-making skill, right? Focus on the money-making skills. If that's something you desire to create in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of incredibly skilled people, famous people, people who really did extraordinary things. And in other areas, they were chaotic, messy. You just realize, and that's the reason why you brought it up, they're just normal people. We are all normal people. So you say it's possible, but something must be different then. But what is it? Is it the self-belief? Is it that they maybe, you look at certain presidents sometimes of very powerful countries and you're like, really? You're running the show? You're a billionaire? What is it that some people get and some people apparently don't?
Their belief system.
Their belief system.
Yeah.
So if we would have to create a treasure box with the millionaire identity, I want that fast track for people. I want that Axel or like anybody who's listening, watching right now, who says, I want abundance in my life. I want millions, hundreds of millions. I want it. And those are really the people that I want to serve. I'm not trying to serve people who say like, I hate money or blah, 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 who don't want it. Okay, you don't want it. You don't want it. That's okay.
You don't want it? Okay, give it to
me. It's okay. Say money. Say money. It's okay. Like, I don't. There are often people like, I don't want money. It's okay. I'll take it. I know amazing things to do with money. Like, I know some very nice organic grocery stores I go to. Amazing charity projects that I love to donate to, that I love to support. If you don't like money, that's okay. There are many people who like, we love it. We take it. But I'm not trying to convince anybody.
Yeah.
I think, and most people who are listening to the podcast agree, money is a crucial part of our lives.
Yeah.
We use money every single day. So imagining, and you said it so nicely in our last episode, imagine money would be your partner. And for the rest of your life, you're in a partnership that is somewhat icky. You don't like it. It's like you hate it. Imagine for the rest of your life, you have that relationship with money, with something you do on a daily basis. I don't know if that makes sense. I think we all should be incredibly rich, abundant. Everybody deserves it. And I always say when we talk about money, I say, picture the kindest, sweetest person you know, like the nicest person you know. Who would come up for you, like the name or the person that comes up? Someone who's incredibly kind. For me, it's my grandma.
Someone who's incredible.
Who has like such a big heart and shares it with everybody. Someone incredibly generous. Why do you listen? Nobody comes up for you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people, but not
one. Okay, for most.
Okay, Niklas.
Okay, Niklas, also a friend of mine. If you think about him, he's so kind, so generous, so sweet. You give him a lot of money and he does what?
Good things.
Good things. I think about my grandma. She's not with us on this planet anymore, but she was kind, you give her 10 million bucks. I can tell you exactly what she would do with 10 million bucks. She would give it all away to people she loves. She would probably invest into a bigger garden or something and make more organic vegetables for the family. But she wouldn't all of a sudden become an evil person who buys a Bugatti, smokes only cigars, and buys weapons or, like start a war with it. So it's a neutral tool, makes you better. You give money to a good person, to Niklas, he would probably start multiple non-profit organizations and focus on, I don't know what you do, healing the inner child wound or something that excites.
That's his hobby.
That's his hobby. That's all he does. Yeah, but he would give something. So we're creating this for people who already got that. So if we would put things into this box, Elina,
yeah,
what would you put into that?
I would put a soul's purpose, to find out what that is, because that is your money-making machine.
Your soul's purpose.
Yes. In your soul's purpose, you are this abundant person. That is what you came here to do, and you are meant to earn money with that. Because when you're in your soul's purpose, you're also in the giving without calculating the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
If you serve from your soul, you are already in that abundant state. You are already doing what you probably would do anyways.
Mhm.
So you are already in these higher frequencies, in this state of abundance, and then the byproduct is whatever it is that you desire.
Mhm.
But yeah, for many people, it's money. And so I would put into that bucket your soul's purpose. Healing
Mhm.
to heal to success, like to heal yourself to success, because a lot of people carry a lot of baggage with them.
Yeah.
That is kind of holding them back unnecessarily. Just old belief systems that are not serving them. So healing, soul's purpose, to believe that you deserve.
Big point. Yeah.
You have to let it in. Like, if
How do you do it if you don't believe you deserve it? If you don't think you're worthy of it?
heal.
Yeah.
Ask Niklas. Heal your inner child.
Makes you wealthy.
It really, it does. It does. Love yourself to success. Heal yourself to success. If you love yourself truly, it's a big accelerator for so many things. For your relationships.
Yeah.
For your career. For what you attract into your life. So, to really work on your relationship to yourself, that's basically it.
Mhm.
That's
Sandra,
the formula.
So we have a soul's purpose,
Yes.
like someone. I'm just gonna give like a couple of examples that I think of like extremely successful people, like Taylor Swift, for example, self-made billionaire. I don't know if people actually understand how much of a difference there is between a millionaire and a billionaire.
And do you know, this famous picture comes to my mind when she was singing in front of 3 people.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is what I mean. When you are in your soul's purpose, you are already so abundant that you don't care about the outcome. She's already in that state of, oh my God, I'm singing here. I get to perform, even if it's in front of 3 people, but that doesn't matter. And that is exactly what I meant when I said I was ready to sing it in front of 3 people, but I was also open for the masses. So that's the fast track. To be willing to stand in front of 3 people and to sing and give your all. Act like you are already singing in front of 3 million. She was not performing worse because, it's only 3 people, so what's the song? Like, what's the songs that you say? Shake it off, shake it off. No, she was probably giving her all, and that is exactly how you get to sing one day in front of 3 million instead of 3 people.
Yeah, I love that. So, new soul's purpose. You said that?
Yeah.
Soul's mission. Okay, like your unique gift. You said, the way you say shake it up was very... You said detach from the outcome, but also be open.
Yeah.
What was that? The other ingredients?
It's more than being open. It's like, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I deserve it.
Yeah. Also, interesting that we're talking about that right now, because the other day I asked you, and there you can see why I am not where I could be yet. Like, I see that there's still so much potential that I haven't lived. And I also see why I'm not there yet, because I asked you, what if Tony Robbins would call you and say, yo, mate, I'm so sick. And yeah, could you maybe rock the stage for me? And you would say yes, right?
100%.
I think I would say no. And there you can see why I am not where I could be. You understand what I want to say?
Yeah.
So I think it's always really logical why we are in life where we are.
Yeah. 100%. I have the same thing with you when I see you operate. It's something that I've started to shift, and I see the results. I was incredibly pleasing. It would have been a bit unheard of for me in my nervous system to tell someone, like, you turn your camera on and you put your audio on. Do you know what I mean? And in general, I would not show fully myself on social media because I know it would irritate others. Does that make sense? Like, if you friends gave me that feedback as well, that in real life I am way funnier and I'm actually not so serious as I come across on social media sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm very funny. I made stupid jokes, and I was holding it back because I know it would irritate others. You are not giving a damn whether someone hates what you're doing or not. I did. And to a certain level, I still do. And Taylor Swift, if we stick to that example, how many people hate her? Or like dislike her music? You know, like a lot. But also a lot of people love her.
Yeah.
For the exact same thing. So this is a gap, like something I see for myself. I really need to work on that.
Yeah. I had a good thought.
And then I ruined it with Taylor Swift. If it's such a good thought, it will come back.
Exactly. That's what your grandma used to say, right?
Yeah, but I really love that bit. Also the fact that you reflect and say like, oh, there's still a gap.
Exactly. Of course, there's a huge gap.
But there are also people who like reach a certain level of success and they're like, I'm successful and nobody teaches me anything.
No, I think the destination is the journey. Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like there's so much potential still waiting, and I'm excited for that. That's nothing I see as a deficit or something that is bad. I have pure excitement for that. I'm thrilled to experience what else is possible in this lifetime. This triggering people and not giving a damn. It's not that I don't give a damn about the people who don't like. Of course, everyone wants to be liked. It's not that I don't care about them or that doesn't touch me. It does. But I care more about the people that I can serve through my authentic expression. Because if you water down your message, at the end, you're not really for no one. You're not really touching no one. Maybe you're not triggering no one, but you're also not really fully touching no one. So I would rather deal with the whatever people who don't like what I say or who I am. But if I get to serve the people who really profit from my message, unfiltered, not watered down, I choose that path.
So that's what you focus on in your mind. You're not like, I want to, trigger someone, or you focus more on a message that you want to distribute to certain people, and you are okay
Exactly
with others not liking it because there are people extremely benefiting from what you're saying.
Exactly. So I always see the truth as the most valuable frequency.
Yeah.
Truth and love. And if I operate from a place of love, because I don't want to hurt these people, right? I'm not saying these things so they feel bad. That's not my intention. My intention is on the other side. So I am always coming from a place of love, but I am not watering down my truth because I need to stand in that truth to be fully in service for love. Does that make sense?
100%. 100%. I would add something you mentioned earlier to that treasure box, to that recipe box, which is, you said sometimes you have to be bold.
Oh yeah, sometimes, all the time.
And if I think about I love books and I love reading autobiographies. And one pattern I see is people did extremely bold things. Like, I'm talking Steve Jobs kind of level people. They did such bold things. They did things that nobody else did before, and they had the guts to do it. Like you did, for example, with the workshop, or you are also one of the few people I know who charge for a podcast.
Yeah, but
Like,
then it feels right to me.
Yeah, it felt right to you. You went for it and you did it. But for many people, it's like unheard of. But you had the guts. That's some like a gap that I see between the two of us. Like you execute that inner calling.
Yeah,
You have the guts to do it.
yeah.
There's this famous Henry Ford quote: "If I would have always done what people asked me to do, I would have just delivered faster horses."
Yeah.
But he delivered cars.
Yeah.
And Steve Jobs did similar things with iPhone. You know, like he did things where people like, really? Like I can't use the same charger that I can use for my computer and stuff. Like I need to buy your kind of things. But he really believed in that vision and he just went for it. So that is something I would put into like sometimes
Being
just
bold.
bold.
Yeah. Yeah. But
are you too scared to just like
scared of what?
not being liked or to lose, to fail, to... I remember when I started my journey, I was incredibly scared of what my friends would say, what people would say. Like it's, I don't know if you've ever had that fear, but this like almost, when you talk about it, it seems ridiculous. But if you were in that moment, when I was in that moment, the first time I posted a YouTube video, it felt like someone is about to suffocate me.
Really?
Like someone is about to choke me.
Wow.
And I mean, I speak to people a lot, and I know for some people, like posting a story with their face feels like threatening, or other people have it where speaking to number one public fear is public speaking. It feels like someone is about to kill you for some people. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm just thinking of those people who want to change, but they are in this moment. Like it's so scary. Like, do you not have it, or you just deal with it differently?
For sure, I have it, but that's the thing. If you are connected to a higher vision, if you are in your soul's purpose, if you are connected to a higher consciousness, to source, you're not making everything about yourself. So you're already not in this tight me. You are energetically in a different space. So yes, I have these thoughts, but they're not dominating me. It's like they're there, but I can deal with them. They don't feel like they control me. I feel in very good control of this scarcity stuff.
Because you healed, or you did work.
I mean,
whoever healed, but you didn't work on yourself.
Yes, and what really helps is to be tapped in continuously into this higher consciousness, into your higher self.
How do you do that?
That's frequency, I would say. If you are operating in a different frequency, you're just kind of there, like all the time. Like it takes time to get there. It's a little bit like with fitness. Lucas, our friend, is very fit, right? And now he's not working out at all.
Not at all, but sometimes there's some better.
For the amount that he works out and the way that he looks,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, but I worked out for like 5 years, super hard, and I was doing all the things. And he said that it takes 90% of your energy to get there and then 10% to maintain it. So I see it the same with personal development, with frequency, upgrade. You work a lot on that, or maybe also not a lot. It can also happen really fast. And then it only takes a little bit to maintain because you're always there. Like, you're just tapped in. Like, it's like you're operating from your heart. You see the world differently because, yeah, you're just another person. I think if you would have asked social worker Elina, she would have answered differently. She would say different things. But now I'm another person. So,
are there practical things that maybe you also do in your life?
Practical things
to shift to that frequency. Like, are you someone who has like a pile of cash always in your pocket that used to be this self-development thing? I don't know if you've ever heard it, like always have that big amount of cash in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a lot of like monies just in the house everywhere to just remind me of abundance, but I don't think that these things are helping.
Yeah.
But it will always come down to yourself.
So
who are you throughout the day? Every day. What are your dominating thoughts throughout the... Like, you cannot think shit the whole day and then you see a $100 bill on your fridge and then you are rich. It doesn't work like that. You have to have rich thoughts. Like, rich thoughts have to dominate your day. So that helps, of course.
How do you do that?
How do I do that?
Yeah.
Rich thoughts.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How do you think rich thoughts?
How do I think rich? By being a rich person.
But before that, then there must have been a shift between Elina social worker and Elina millionaire.
First of all, when I was a social worker, I was thinking that money is limited and that I only get to have a limited amount of money in my life because I am not pretty enough to marry a rich man and not smart enough to make it myself. That is what I was thinking about myself. And that's the outcome that you get. When you think money is limited, you're not smart enough to make it, then
you won't. 100%.
What you believe in will eventually become
the reality.
Yeah. So the question again, please. What is the difference between social worker?
How do you think rich thoughts? Like, I know the answer.
You know the answer.
But I'm just thinking about Elina, social worker, listening to this episode, and she's like, okay, most of the day, I'm thinking limiting thoughts. I'm thinking about like, oh, it's so much work, or I'm so anxious, or my ex-boyfriend cheated on me, or I hate my job, or I don't know, I live in this shit country, they don't pay me well, blah, 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 blah. So how do you teach someone to then think rich thoughts?
So first of all, the rich or not rich thoughts are like everything is related to money, because even thinking bad about yourself will then influence your ability to make money or not.
Sure.
So actually every thought that you are thinking makes you money or costs you money.
Mm-hmm.
So the thoughts that I'm thinking now is that money is limitless. I can create money like that. I am a walking ATM. I am a money-making machine. Income follows assets, so I just need to create more assets, and I know how to do that. So I am able to create money whenever, however, and how much as I want. I mean, to my abilities now, right? Because we just said that there's still a lot of potential. So these are the thoughts that I have now about money. And that is why they reflect my reality in a different way than I did back then.
Mm-hmm. So for people listening, watching, what I hear is, and you also say that often, words are spells.
Oh, yeah.
So it starts with the language you're using, and the person who's creating thoughts, who's thinking thoughts, is you. If you don't have money, that's you problem. If you don't make enough money, that's you problem. If you have a job that doesn't pay you well enough, that's a you problem. If you're broke, it's a you problem. You. There's so much power in that realization. It's in my hands, even though it's triggering, but I think that's the freedom.
Yeah.
Like, because then you all of a sudden also realize, okay, I'm in control of how much money I make.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in control of how much money I can invest.
Mhm.
It's me.
Yeah.
Because only then you can change your thoughts, your reality, if you accept it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And awareness is always the beginning.
Yes. As our teachers used to say.
As our teachers used to say, the first step of change is awareness. So awareness. And then I don't know how, still don't know how you did it. For me, meditation played a big role. Changing my language, listening to other people, and like actually learning, asking them like, how do you do it? Like, how do you make money? And then picking up on their beliefs. I'm like, oh, they think like this. They do those kind of moves. I'm still trying to understand how someone could upgrade their thoughts. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can we think rich thoughts? One way that you also talk about is spending time with rich people. Like you become who you surround yourself with, automatically you will think different thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Meditation works for me. You have also, I guess, mentors in your life. Is that a way to involve more?
Definitely. Mentors are the fast track to everything. If you want to have a fast track, mentorship.
Get someone who has achieved what you are trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Learn from them because they've already done it, so you just save a lot of time. Yeah. Podcasts was a way for me, I think. Like really listening. When do you oh my gosh, that is even the combination of all worlds. Like the amount of time I spent with people, rich people, just listening.
Yeah. And you can do that for free.
You can do it for free. I don't even have to pay for your pocket. I mean, it's a different thing.
But that's the point about the podcast. Also, that was something that I received. It was not made up from my mind. I was feeling that deep in my body, I don't want to make it for free.
Okay.
And that's the point.
Where you
if it's 3 people listening,
yeah,
300, 3,000, I don't care. Because that is a decision that I make for myself. I am deciding my worth. And that is so magnetic. That is so magnetic if you know your worth and you stand for it. And you don't care if it's 3 people, 13, 300, 3,000, 300,000.
The thought that popped up while you were speaking was, do you know the New York Times Square? Like the big...
Yes,
yeah.
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, we spoke about it the other day. Imagine for 30 seconds you get to deliver a message, a speech, words. The whole New York Times Square is your message about money. What would you share?
You cannot throw me in there.
I mean, I just did.
What would I say?
You would sing a Taylor Swift song. Take it off.
Shake it off. What would I say?
She wants a different question, but I will not give it to her. I will let her think. Sometimes it's good to not have the answer immediately.
But usually if I don't have the answer immediately, it will also not come later. I know myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we'll go to the next question. Maybe it's a little selfish to ask, but I want you to be brutally honest with me, okay? You can. And I hope it gives someone else value as well. Yeah. How hyped she gets? Okay. I don't know if you see where this is going, but where do you think, you can be brutally honest, okay? Where do you see a gap in my money-making abilities, in my business, in my life, that you say like, hey, Axel, like if you would get that, you would make so much more money. Like like something you see in me, since you know me now a little bit.
I think you could be even if you already you're already doing more of that, right? You said that vulnerability was something that was a shift for you, like in growth, and that was good for your brand. And I think even more of that, even more real. Axel, what are you struggling with? Like, if I open your social media, I never see any. It's mostly positive, which is great, and teachings. But I never know what you are going through. What is something that is really touching your heart at the moment? What are you going through? What is something that makes you upset? And then how you deal with it, or maybe don't. And to see a little bit of your inside world. Who are you really? I think that would be a huge amplifier, accelerator. Yeah, that's something that I see that could be a missing puzzle piece, but that is really personal. Some people are like, okay, I would rather make less but stay a little bit more private, or that doesn't feel aligned with me. So everyone has to choose what is authentic to them. But I think that would be a big key.
To be more vulnerable, share more.
I mean, you see it now already when you share vulnerable thoughts, how people react to that, right?
Yeah, I think sometimes I get in my head and like, is this really now valuable to someone?
This is the most valuable stuff ever.
Or am I just vent?
No, that's the most valuable stuff ever, because that is real life. Especially if you look up to someone. And if they are only sharing what's great and only teaching, you become a little bit, there's this distance.
Yeah.
That's something I see.
Final question, Elina. If you would be able to share a couple of thoughts, a couple of tips, a couple of fast track advice for people, I'm representing them right now. They're sitting here with me on the couch. It's mostly women. For some reason, mostly women listen to my podcast and everything. No, man, that's a story for a different.
And that is why your vulnerability would go through the roof.
With women? Or you mean it would help to attract more men? Because I would genuinely like to have more men in my world.
That I don't know, but I know that if you are vulnerable and valuable, so not only vulnerable, but also valuable, and you have mostly women in your audience,
would help?
That would help.
Okay. I'll listen to it. So I have a lot of women and men, whatever, people who want to learn, okay, who are financially struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, okay?
Yeah.
And they are like, Elina, I want to learn, I want to change, I want shit loads of money in my life. What is something I can do today to attract that, to close the gap between my reality right now and where I want to go?
What's the question? There
What-
was a lot of information.
A lot of information. I want to know, and I know what it's like. So I come from a family. You know what it's like when you're broke. You know what it's like. You know that feeling. Yeah. Now you meet someone who knows someone is sitting in front of you who's incredibly wealthy. I remember listening to that podcast. I'm like, just tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your answer? I mean, you gave a lot of answers today already.
Yeah.
But what would be something you would like, this is what you need to shift?
Actually, everything that we already said, your belief system, what do you think about money, to really have like an inner inventory.
Yeah.
Well, what are my thoughts actually about money and wealth and wealthy people? And what is a skill that I have that I can develop even more, or that is helping other people? And most of the time, people don't even see how many valuable skills they have. So if you went through a transformation, or you can do something someone else, even if it's like, it doesn't matter, even if it's super good cooking, vegan cooking, sugar-free cooking, like, because people think it has to be something massive, something inventing the wheel. You don't have to invent the wheel. You just have to really connect to your skills. And that is why I always push so much on the soul's purpose.
Yeah.
Because that for me is really this gold mine. I would advise these people to go and find their soul's purpose, which is, I mean, that's the best advice, the advice that will get them the furthest, but also the trickiest, because you cannot really force it. So I would start with the belief system, and to start to see how you can make money today, and how you can create assets today, and what are money making activities and skills that you already can develop today. That would be like more practical things that I would suggest. But for me, really, how I teach it, it all comes down to your soul's purpose.
I love it. I would add, if there would be fellow man sitting on your side, I would say stop being such a chihuahua. And nothing against chihuahuas, but I just mean it from maybe a different angle of like, stop being such a victim and understand that you are in control of how much money you have right now. You can go out, and I have that core belief about me. Right now, I could go out and make hundreds of euros. No, give me no business, go no social media. What?
Wow.
I would see, where am I? Okay, where can I deliver value here? And how can I make the most? Who has my money?
Who has my money?
Right now, we're in Palma de Mallorca. I would probably, I would think like, okay, it's a hot day, right? People are at the beach. So I could do something for them, offer them, and the skills that I have right now, right? I could offer incredible massages, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I have a fairly good-looking body, so there would be probably, I would walk shirtless. Who can I massage here with massage oil? I would need to have a couple of euros available to my name. I'll buy some massage oils or get cold drinks on the beach. There are no people like actually giving you like watermelon or cut fruit at the beach. That would be amazing. So I would do something like that. And then in the evening, I would probably go to like the clubs and sell something. Like get a Polaroid camera or something, you know, like a Polaroid camera.
Yes.
€5 for a picture. It costs so little to make. They're like, I gave people Uber rides.
You know what I would really like to do?
A challenge?
Yeah.
You can do money. Yeah. I would be completely up for it. I already did that before. When I got my driver's license, first thing I did was Uber. Before there was Uber, I was just like, I'm gonna go spend my evenings driving drunk people from party to party or from party to home, and I made money. Like, there's money everywhere. You just have to see it, grab it, give value, you get money in return. That swear to God, I can do it anywhere.
It's so simple, right?
It's so simple. It's so fucking simple.
Yeah.
But only if you stop being such a chihuahua. Elina.
By the way, it came to my mind what I would say on the New York Times Square.
What? Tell us.
I would tell people you deserve what your heart desires. And with that, already everything is said.
You deserve what your heart desires.
Yeah.
And with that sentence, I'll let you go into the world. Do something amazing. Go to the beach. Sell some homemade lemonade.
And massages.
And massages. Or whatever you also genuinely love doing. Right? I thank you, Elina, for inspiring so many people, for making me also grow and be able to serve more people. Because since I know you, even though sometimes it's uncomfortable and I'm like, I need to swallow certain sentences, I'm always grateful that you are the way you are. Like 100% you say things that most people would not say. But there's a lot of beauty in it, and I'm learning, I'm benefiting immensely from it. And therefore people are, even podcast listeners, are benefiting from it immensely, because I think we really touched some important things today. And
Hope so.
I hope gave birth to a lot of future millionaires.
Yeah.
And maybe billionaires. Who knows?
Trillionaires.
Why not you? Like, trust me, there are some people having a lot of money where you're like, you don't even have to trust me, just watch the news. Okay. Just watch the news, look at the people, and you're like, if you would, I don't want to gossip about anybody. I just tell you, like, sometimes it's like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But Elina, thank you so much for being here. And how can we support you?
I'm always happy to hear about people's stories and shifts, like what they learned and what is new to them and what they felt. That lights my heart up.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elina. Thank you, everybody, for listening, watching. Feel free to share this episode. The last one was so successful because of you sharing it on social media, tagging Elina, tagging me, spreading the word.
Yeah.
Let's heal collectively the relationship we have with money. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much. And until next time, adios.